What's up guys, it's your boy Rabnut and welcome back to another block for block building tutorial. In this video we're going to be building a simple sort of American style red barn. So as you can see it's a fairly small build, but it contains a lot of nice features and I think it looks really cool. We're going to be going block for block through this build. There's going to be no details left out, so let's get right into it. Right then guys, so before we get into the build we'll have a quick look at the blocks. So as you can see it's a fairly small selection and most of them are just used for extra details. So for the sort of framework of the build we have barrels and stripped spruce wood. For the main walls we have red terracotta, red concrete and red wool. For the outline of the roof we're going to have dark oak planks, dark oak stairs, dark oak slabs and dark oak trapdoors. We're going to be using oak wood for the windows. For the roof we're going to be using a variation of several sort of stony and mossy stony blocks, so we're going to be using stone bricks, which are also going to be in the stair and slab variant. We're going to be using mossy stone bricks in the brick form and stair and slab, and mossy cobblestone as well in the stair and slab variant, as well as for normal blocks. And for some extra little details we're going to be using jungle leaves. Those are pretty much all of the blocks. There may be some other smaller ones that I've forgotten, but I'm pretty sure that those are most. So in terms of the layout, as you can see it's fairly simple, it's completely symmetrical. So we've got the main rectangle, which is a 9 by 13. We've got two 5 by 3 or 3 by 5s on the side. We've got some 9 by 3s on the top and bottom, and we've got a middle sort of 3 by, well, sort of like a radius of 3 circle tower, which is going to be in the middle. Now that we're done with all of that, we'll get right into the build. Alright then, so the build is fairly simple, but we're going to be going through it step by step. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to build up the sort of corners, and we're going to mark out the framework for the barn itself. So this main square is going to be a barrel at the bottom, then build up 5 with the spruce logs like this, and then put another barrel on top. So in total it's 7 tall. So we're going to do this with the rest of the corners of the of this middle square, so make sure that these are all facing the right way. And for the rest of them we're going to be having the corners of the builds only go up 5 in total, so that's a barrel at the bottom, 3 up, and then a barrel on top of that. So yeah, as you just saw there, obviously, well, the barrels are kind of awkward because when you place them like this they face in that direction, so make sure, I mean it's probably easier if you're in survival because you're going to be building straight up, but make sure that it's all lining up and the barrels are all facing upwards. So let's get right into it. Right then guys, so we finished building up these areas here, and just a little detail I want to point out is these bits here, the back bits that are in line with these bits here, you don't really need them, but I just add them anyway, and you don't want them to be the whole height up because we don't actually want to see them when the builder is going all the way up, so just make them a 5 tall like these ones here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to connect up these pillars all together, so it's just going to go like this. Connect these pillars like this, like that, so just connect them diagonally, well not diagonally, just horizontally across like this. For this one we're going to go up to like this, so it goes up, it goes in a block and then up 2 blocks like that, and then up like that, and we're going to create a sort of roof like this that looks pretty nice. So we're going to do the same on the other side over there. For this middle roof here we're going to go up 2 blocks on either side, then a middle one like this, then we're going to place a block in like this, so it's going to sort of create like a little circle thing like that. Then we're going to place a block in the middle like this, and it should look just like that. So this is also going to be sort of a curved, slightly taller roof like that. Next one, just for this, all we want to do is build along like that, and we're going to do exactly the same on that side. So let's get right into it. Right then guys, so now that we've built up the outline, we can get a better view of what the build is actually going to look like. The only other thing we may want to add is the tower, but I'm going to add that sort of after. Actually no, we'll add it now. So you just want to build up in all of these sort of four middle bits. So you want to, in this case, you want to do it on top of the glazed terracotta, and you want to build it up like this, and in total you want it to be 2 blocks above here. Okay, hopefully you can't hear that, but there are some fireworks going on right now because it's firework night in the UK. So someone tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament, and for some reason we celebrate it. Anyway, so you want it to be 2 blocks above here, above this block here, and you want to do it on each of these glazed terracottas. So I'll just quickly build that up. Right then, so you want to replace these top blocks with barrels, obviously facing upwards, and then you just want to connect them like this. So in the end it should look just like that. Obviously you don't actually need a lot of these, but we'll just break them once we have the roof in place. So now we're going to build the walls. So what you kind of want to do is, there isn't really a great wall for an example, so we'll just make one over here. So you want to build up sort of 3 blocks with these, then another 3 blocks with the red concrete on top of the terracotta, then the next 3 blocks will be like this. So then all we want to do is sort of like mix it up a little bit, just mix in some of these blocks on each layer, and it will just create a nice little sort of build up inside of the walls that will make it look really nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue that pattern sort of throughout the entire build. So for example, if we just go up here, we want to go up 3 blocks, then go up another sort of 3 blocks like this, so you don't want to go on top of there. And for the next 3 blocks, well, it's going to have to be 4 because of that bit. For the next 4 blocks, we're going to be going up like this. So let's do that around the entire build. Right then guys, so as you can see we finished detailing out the walls and building them up. Now as you can see they're looking pretty good. In terms of this top bit, obviously you do want to fill it in, most likely with a wool, and then you can mix in some of these other blocks. And obviously you just want to go up probably 1 from the original layer or down from the original layer, so it doesn't look too ridiculous and it is still kind of a gradient. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the roof. So what we're going to do is we are going to get our dark oak blocks, minus the trapdoors, and we're going to go along here and start to build up the roof. So on these sort of jutting out bits here, we're going to go along fully with slabs until you reach the end of the barrel here. Then we're going to place a dark oak stair like this, so it should look just like that. So it looks a bit funny from this angle, but it's going to look better later. Then we want to place 2 slabs on top of each other, but not sort of 1 on the top layer of this slab, like these ones, and then 1 on top of that one. Then going up like that, and it should look just like that. We're going to do it on both sides. So it should look like that. So this one's going to be a full block. And as you can see, we've created a nice little sort of slab going up area on that side. In terms of the front, what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing on this side. So slabs, and then a stair on this side like that, and we're going to repeat that on the other side like this. Then what we're going to do is place a slab here, a full block on top of that slab. So the slab should be in line with the slabs over here again, and then the full block will be on top of that. A stair on top of that block facing sort of inwards towards the middle of the build. Then a stair. Then a stair, an upside down stair next to that stair, and then a stair on top of that upside down stair. There are a lot of stairs. Then you want to place a full block in between the 2 stairs here, so it should cover up this middle sort of stripped spruce wood block. Then you want to place another slab on top of that, So it should look like that, and as you can see, it creates kind of like a nice little curved pattern. I think it looks pretty good. So in terms of this bit here, what we want to do is pretty much the same pattern. I'm only going to do this bit though. So as you can see, it goes along with the slabs, then a stair on the end here, a slab like that, again up with this sort of pattern like this, so it goes like that. Then we want to place upside down stair next to it, another stair on top of that. Then what we're going to do is go into slabs, so it's going to go a slab on top of the upside down stair next to the first one that just sort of goes up in the stair, then like a full block, but I'm just placing it as 2 double stairs going up like this. Then we're going to end it off with a slab going up like that. So this is a lot more curved than that one, but it still looks pretty good. So now what we're going to do is just repeat this sort of thing around the whole thing. So let's go. Right then, so as you can see, we finished the outlines and they look pretty nice. Now we can get a full sense of what the build looks like. So in terms of the tower, we can pretty much get rid of these bottom bits here. So you could have probably got rid of them earlier, I just wasn't entirely sure how high up it was going to go. But once, as you can see, now that we've got rid of that, it's just kind of floating, but it's going to blend into the roof, trust me. And as we can see, all we've done for the sort of outline of the roof on the tower is we've done stairs, sort of like on opposite sides of the barrel, facing the upside down, and then slabs in between them. So it looks pretty nice. Now onto the roof, so we're just going to start out with the stone bricks. So all you want to do is follow the same pattern along. So it will be like this, just following the pattern, also like the outline that we've already made on the roof. So it will look like this, and it looks pretty cool. So obviously it will be like that on that, then just follow the pattern on this with the slabs and the stairs and the sort of 2-block tall sort of bits. Then on here it's going to be slabs going up like that. So let's fill in the roof, and then we can get on to detailing them out, and then we can also get onto the circular bit on that bit there. So let's go. Right then, so as you can see, we filled in the roofs and they're looking pretty good so far. Now we can get onto the dome. So what we want to do for the dome is create like an outer layer like this. So just build up 1 block with the stone bricks, place a slab in the middle, so it should look like that. Then we're going to go 1 block in and do like another sort of layer of the stone bricks, so it's going to look like this. And another slab on top of this layer, and then a brick block in the center, so it should look like that. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to detail out the roofs. Roofs? I don't know, I think it's roofs. Anyway, so what we're going to do is detail them out. So all we're going to do is pretty simple really, we're just going to get our stone variants and then just mix them in. So just randomly place in some of these blocks, place in some of the other mossy blocks like this, and it's just going to roughen up the roof and make it look a lot more interesting and less sort of like flat, and also give it a little bit more colour than just the grey. So let's get right into it. Right then, so as you can see, we've detailed the roof out and it's already looking like a lot better. Even, and this is all we're going to do to the roof, but it does look a lot better and it look a lot more like interesting and a lot less sort of like flat, and it gives it a sort of like nicer feeling to it. So in terms of windows, that's sort of the last detail we're going to add. So we want to get our dark oak trapdoors. Well actually we'll just put dark oak stairs. So dark oak stairs, dark oak trapdoors, and oak trapdoors. So the first thing we're going to do is just make a sort of like entrance here, so just like this. So as you can see, we've just created a little arch, and you just want to outline it with a dark oak and then create stairs in the corners like this, and it should look pretty cool and just creates a nice sort of like outlined entrance. By this point you can just get rid of these. There we go, so we've got a decent amount of space on the inside, so pretty nice. So windows, so what you want to do is break holes, so we're going to place 3 on this side like this. We're going to place dark oak trapdoors on the bottom and dark oak trapdoors on the top. So we want them to be 3 blocks tall, and we want to place them sort of like on the top and bottom layer like this. Then you want to go behind them and go up with the trapdoors like this, so that you want them to be facing, and then just like place them on top of each other while crouching, and just go like this, and what you get is a nice sort of like window pattern that looks really interesting. We're also going to add leaves, so all you want to do is just place them directly underneath, and then add a few sort of like jutting out leaves sort of going up a little bit further on the wall, so it looks a little bit more overgrown. So I'm going to go around and add a few more windows. Right then guys, so as you can see, we've fully added in the windows. Just forgot to add some leaves in, and they're looking pretty nice. So that is pretty much the build finished. There isn't really much else you can add. For the interior, I just recommend, filling in the roof with just some like dark oak wood or something, and then adding in some sort of some dirt on the floor, maybe splitting it up into some different quarters for like animals and stuff. But overall it's a pretty small and simple build, but it can look really good if you like group a bunch of them together. So thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this build tutorial, and if you want to see more builds like this, then make sure to like the video and let me know. So hopefully I'll see you in the next video, so bye!